Hello. I've been working on your case for a while now, and I think I found an option how you could print so-called labels and then automatically send them out. Unfortunately, I was not able to find the labels software that can enable you to do that. I would believe it would be set up within an Excel first, and then automate that with a script into a Word, and then set it up. But I did found a service that actually can basically you customize your postcard or a label, and it can automatically send those out for you. So what we do here is first inside Zapier we will create when. Let's go to contacts first. I've made a couple of filters here. You have the first one. The first type of contact, if not empty, select value. So what you can do here is we look up if the type of contacts is not empty and address is not empty as well. And then we have the second filter for secondary type, since in your case you wanted to have multiple types. It's the same thing. You have to have filled the type and the address in order to trigger it. So what happens now is if we open up, so for instance I have one of the examples here. I have set, let me just edit those to none. To none. Okay, the main idea is you have a type of contacts, then you can select. In my example, I made fireman, gardener, nurse, doctor, policeman. Now, I'm just gonna leave them for now. Let's say our guy John Zimmerman is a fireman. And now his address, where his fire depot is posted, is in Fresno, let's say. Right now they are identical, but just to sake of the example, let's just pretend that they're different. It's just some random address I just picked up from somewhere on the internet or Google Maps. And what you do then is after I'm gonna show you how to set up the SAP, the main idea is you have this one first, send postcard to first type. So what you should do is if you click that, do yes, and you click save. That will trigger the SAP. It will pull information like John Zimmerman. It will know that this guy's a fireman. And it will use that address to send him a postcard with your design on it. And after the postcard is sent out, Zapier itself automatically changes this value here into sent. So it will give you a notification like after you open up the account, the profile again, you will see that, okay, fireman to this one, we already sent it out. I mean the postcard or a letter or whatever. And the same thing goes for the second type. You can do the same thing. You can select, let's say, if it's not a fireman, he's doing, he's a policeman. And then same thing, you put this one to yes, automation will take over, pull the information in. You can also select different templates for different types. So let's say a policeman will get one type, like one type of a template, and then fireman can have a different type. And after the process has been completed, it will change that into sent. So you can see that, okay, this person have received 2 offers from us, and it's already sent out. Now, in order to set it up in Zapier, we would have to search for Pipedrive on the trigger. We are creating a deal that gets into specific, or basically enters to a filtered deals list. I'll select my account here, and now for the filters. We are looking... Sorry, not the deal. A new person. Yep. And now we look for a person. First type of contacts is not empty. Okay. Test successful. Now we have the information here. Now, for the second part, we're gonna use if you can just find it now. Let me see. Activity to email. LOB. That's the name. So what you do now is, if I could just find it again. I'll just make another one. Pipedrive. New person. And first type. Okay. Okay, so this one is good. LOB, there you go. Now, you can select, are you sending out a postcard or a letter? Double window envelope that will be mailed to the to address and from address. So you can select your addresses as well, but this is automated. lob.com is the website for it. And, or, this action creates a new letter in a double window envelope. This action creates a new print job. So you have a couple of options here. So let's just say we're going to send out a postcard. I have my account here. You can set up your descriptions. And after that you've set up this part, you can add second. The third step, that would be back to Pipedrive. And we create a person. And now we look up for the name. Person name. And we also make sure you have the email correct. Person email. You can leave this one empty. Phone, we could just leave phone as well if it's there. If not, it's fine. And organization. ID. And the last part, automation, trigger, send postcard first type. We're gonna save that as sent. That will be after the postcard has been sent out by lob. And after that's done, okay, right. We cannot finish it right now because we have not set it up. Basically, you can select it here. The description, you can select the size, front file. Here you will be, you could use like JPEG files or PNG files up to 300 dpi's. And it also has 1275 times 1875 pixels. So basically this is where you upload it. This is how it's gonna look like the design. You can select the messages, to which address, it's all automated, and receipt and so on. And basically you have to do this step twice. For the second step, instead of pulling the address information from where are we? From this address, he will pull up from this one. So, and then you can set up your types as well. Actually, I'm afraid this one have to have, for each type, you would have additional zap. So the only concern here is that you would have to pay the business account for Zapier in order to have so many zaps. Plans. That's $20 a month. That will give you multi-zap steps because that automation requires to have 3 zaps. But if you don't care about seeing if it's sent out or not, then you don't have to do that. You can just leave it 2 steps. That will be fine. The free account also offers you. You could use premium zaps as well. Let me see. And it will give you like 3,000. Sorry. 3,000 tasks per month. And also 20 zaps. So if you have like 20 different types, you could basically set up 20 different types. Like fireman, policeman, doctors, whoever. It will take you 15 minutes to repeat the cycle. So the main idea is you have to set these ones up as sentience as well. Sorry. I think we have to edit the filter for that because we want to see automation trigger for first type. Set. I think we have a typo here. Custom fields. First type. Yeah, there you go. Second. Okay, the main idea for the custom fields would be, first we have a single option, a type of contact. This is where you set up your possible values. You can always add more. Let's say you will have, I don't know, dog person, for instance. Just click save. This will be here now. You can select your order as well, or just sort them out alphabetically. Totally cool. And the second type will be address. I just called it address of the first type contact, and then we will have another single option, automation trigger. And you only have yes or sent. And the same thing for here. It's the same, it's just the names are different. Secondary type of contact, secondary type of contact, secondary address of the second type of contact, and then automation trigger send postcard to second type. Also same thing, yes and sent. So I think it will just help you with basically give you like a feedback that this one is sent out, and that's how it's gonna look like. Now about Lob itself, they charge per card you send out. Now if I could only find the pricing. Recurring subscriptions to give you access to our API and then just pricing. I know that they basically charge per letter you send out. That was fairly low. I think it was about 40 cents a letter. It might be just a little bit less. Oh, we have here pricing letters. Let's see. So for instance, for the developer, 95 cents a letter. For 100 letters, that will be 90. Yeah. You can think about it if you like to use that method. But if you don't want to update the automatic completely and you think the price is a bit too much, then there would be a way to automate a part to set it up in Excel and then do it manually. Like in a sense that Excel gets the information in it, then you can use formulas to formulate your labels. And I believe Google has many tutorials how to set it up. I think if I would try to explain it, it will be pretty long process. So that would be my suggestion. Just let me know how you feel about it, and if you need any help, we can look forward into that. Alright, take care. Bye.